Hello friends, welcome to Gentlemen Cadet Academy GCA. Hope you all are doing good. So today the video is regarding an important question that was asked in the personal interview. So the topic of the video is the difference between LOC and LAC. So this video is going to be in crisp form. So again, without wasting any time, let us discuss. The LOC, that is a line of control, and the LAC, that is a line of actual control. These are two key demarcation lines that represent contested borders between India and its neighboring countries, Pakistan and China. And these lines are the result of unresolved territorial disputes that have led to the tensions and in some cases armed conflicts also. So while both of these serve as a de facto borders, they differ in terms of geography, historical context, and the nature of military engagement. So let us first discuss what is line of actual control, LOC. So the LOC, in terms of geographical locations, it runs through the disputed region of Jammu and Kashmir that separates the Indian administrated Kashmir from the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and it stretches about 740 kilometers, and it was first established as a ceasefire line following the Indo-Pakistan War of 1947 and 48. And LOC is heavily militarized zone with a constant presence of troops from both the sides. India and Pakistan, they frequently engage in cross-border firing, skirmishes and artillery exchanges, especially in the areas like Punch, Kargil and Uri. And LOC is equipped with bunkers, fences and surveillance system, creating a high tension zone where civilian movement is heavily restricted. So talking about the international standing, so while the LOC is recognized by both India and Pakistan as a ceasefire line, it is not considered an international boundary. So both the countries, they maintain their respective claims to the entire region of Jammu and Kashmir, and the dispute remains a major point of conflict between both the countries, leading to the wars in 1947, 65, 71 and 1999 Kargil War. So now talking about the line of actual control, LAC, in terms of geographical location. So the LAC is a loosely demarcated boundary that separates Indian controlled territory from the Chinese controlled territory, and it spans over 3,488 kilometers across three sectors: the western sector Ladakh, the middle sector Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, and the eastern sector Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Unlike the LAC does not have a clearly marked line on the ground. And talking about its historical context, it emerged after the 1962 Sino-India War, which ended in ceasefire, and the war resulted in China's controlling the Aksai region in the western part of the LAC, which India claims as a part of its territory. And LAC is much less militarized if we compare it with the LOC, but it remains a highly sensitive region due to the differing perception of the LAC. Indian and Chinese troops, they regularly patrol the disputed areas, which leads to the tensions, face-offs and occasional physical clashes, as it was seen in Dhoklam standoff in 2017 and the more recent in the Galwan Valley clash in 2020. And unlike the LOC, which is a product of agreements between India and Pakistan, LAC is unilaterally defined by China and is seen differently by India. Now moving on to the final part of the video, that is the key differences between LOC and LAC. So talking about the key differences between both, so LOC is between India and Pakistan, whereas the LAC is between India and China. And the LOC is restricted to the region of Jammu and Kashmir, while the LAC spans across multiple sectors across Indo-China border. And talking about the legal status, the LOC has a relatively formalized status, recognized as a ceasefire line, whereas the LAC remains an undefined and contested with different interpretations by both India and China. Now talking about the military dynamics, LOC is highly militarized with frequent armed engagements between India and Pakistan, whereas LAC on the other hand, while patrolled by military forces, generally sees more standoff and non-lethal confrontations. Now in terms of civilian impact, the LOC affects civilian more directly due to the frequent cross-border shelling, which results in the displacement and casualties on both sides. While the LAC is more remote, with less civilian presence in the disputed areas, but military movements and infrastructure development by both sides have become a points of tension. Now to conclude this topic, So both LOC and LAC represent contested borders and geopolitical tensions, but they differ significantly in their origin, their legal standing, and the nature of military engagement. So this is all about today's video. I hope you learned something new from this video today. I hope this video will be helpful for your upcoming interview. Thank you. Until then, keep watching, keep supporting, and keep preparing. Best of luck for your upcoming SSB. Thank you.